Australia is in the midst of a bird flu outbreak causing eggs shortages across the country. And while experts say avian influenza poses minimal risk to the general public, there are fears this morning that could change. Concerns are now growing that as the virus continues to circulate, it could potentially mutate, with scientists still trying to work out whether humans can contract bird flu by eating contaminated products. For more, we're joined by infectious disease expert Professor Paul Griffin, live in Brisbane. Good morning. So is the science still out? Do we know that you can get bird flu by eating or drinking contaminated eggs or milk?
Look, we think the risk from eggs is actually very low, and in Australia, of course, we have excellent standards. We'd always advise people not to eat poor quality or cracked eggs, but mostly for other reasons like bacteria that can get in. We have to watch this situation carefully, though, because we know flu can change quickly, and if these bird flu viruses or other flu viruses acquire the ability to be transmissible through people, they can cause problems. But at the moment, there's nothing to indicate that's the case.
Right, so you said very low. That doesn't rule it out, does it?
No, look, we can never be completely sure and say that there's zero risk, and of course that's why we're watching the situation carefully. That's why we have excellent strategies to manage this when it does go through poultry flocks like we're seeing at the moment, and that's why we have surveillance systems and things like the CDC to sort of manage these situations. But as best we can tell right now from the available evidence, there seems to be very low risk. Of course, we're seeing a slightly different situation in the US with a different flu, H5N1, and we have seen some animal products, particularly unpasteurised milk, be a source of transmission there. But that's a very different virus and a different situation to what we have right now in Australia.
OK, so what are the chances of the bird flu that is, in our region mutating?
Look, it's always something we have to watch. It's not something we can predict. We know the flu does this. That's why we review what strains are circulating and causing disease in humans every year. That's why we update our vaccines, so we know we've got the best protection every year. Of course, coming back to our usual human strains and what we see each and every year, the best thing we can do is get that flu vaccine so we protect ourselves from the ones that are circulating in people. At the moment, there's nothing to indicate this virus, these bird flu viruses we're seeing, do have the ability to be transmissible between people, but we do have to watch this situation.
OK, thanks very much, Paul. Here's Shiva.